That's actually not too bad at all. Oh, those brakes!
Welcome back to our Nurburgring series, where Taylor, Tavarish, Mark McCann and I each have a £5,000 budget to buy the best cars we can to not only drive to the ring, but dominate it too. But there's a catch. Because to keep things interesting, each driver has a specific engine configuration to stick to. To kick things off, Taylor's mission was to find the fastest 4-cylinder contender, and after searching high and low, we stumbled on a gem of a car. This £650 BMW Z3, complete with an aftermarket supercharger. That currently doesn't work, but we'll get onto all of the mods and fixing soon. With car 1 sourced, it was now my turn. A fast and interesting V6 was my challenge, and after walking away from a 300ZX, an Italian alternative was found. This Alfa Romeo 164 3-litre QV was mine for £1,600, and while it's got issues, I'm confident that with some money spent, it'll be an amazing road trip companion. In this, the 3rd episode, it's up to Tavarish to find a V8 sports car to dominate the green hell, and because he's a man who knows exactly what he wants, it didn't take him long to source.
And it is now a few days later. Tavarish actually did a deal on his V8 Challenger for the Nurburgring series. He did the deal actually at Shedfest, pretty much sight unseen, but he heard of the car that was at Shedfest and he said, yeah, why not? I like Jaguar XK8s. Now, I've not seen the car before. It has literally just been dropped off now, put into the unit, and I'm gonna now give Freddie a call and reveal his car to him, and then maybe we can have a quick walk around and hopefully not discover too many gremlins, because we don't have time, do we, Rory? No. Hey, man.
Yo.
How you doing?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah, can't complain. I didn't get too much jet lag coming over here, but I hear you have a car?
I do have a car. You know that car that you did a deal on sight unseen? It has just been dropped off at my unit. It is in my unit, and it's blue, and it's a Jaguar, and it's there.
It's a Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
Wow. Okay, so that's a car. Does it run?
Well, I mean, I've got it in the unit, Freddie, and I definitely didn't push
I mean,
it.
It doesn't say anything. You got a trailer.
Yeah, no, but it runs. It sounds a wee bit lumpy. I think we're going to have to try and figure out what's going on there. Also, these tyres, I had a look, Freddie, they are 10 years old, so maybe we need to get you some new tyres. Maybe some new wheels as well. Maybe we should swap those out.
Maybe. I mean, there are also Pirellis, which are known for being the opposite of good, so yeah.
Meow. All right. Oh.
Ooh, look at that.
There you go.
It's basically a McLaren.
Yeah, except without the hybrid stuff. You should just stick to flood-damaged Jaguars. Anyway, right, let me turn this around for you, Freddie, so you can have a look at the dials. It's very, very luxurious. And look, who's that piece of shit?
You're right, Freddie.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
How much that?
How much that? I'll give you 1,500 quid.
Right, here we go, Freddie. I'll give it a start up for you.
Ooh. On the button.
So it seems to be running quite well now, but it was a little bit lumpy earlier on, maybe because it's hot now. And I don't know if you knew this about your motor vehicle, but it's got a back box delete.
Ooh. Oh, that's great for a V8.
Yeah. What I'm going to do in the meantime, Freddie, is I'm going to take this to my good friend Tom Lenthal from the Jaguar Land Rover specialist. We'll get it up in the air and we'll see if there's anything immediately dodgy that we need to get fixed. We'll do that as well. And maybe, should we see if we can get some coilovers?
Oh, no, listen, I want that Jag ride, okay? It needs to be soft, it needs to be pillowy, because we're gonna be taking these turns at a moderate speed. I'm not trying to set lap records here.
Okay, sure, yeah, yeah, of course. Anyway, Freddie, I won't keep you any longer, but yeah, this is your car. This is your Nurburgring contender, and I'm going to take this for a quick drive, see if there's anything really suspect, and take it to Tom Lenthal, and see what we need to do. Sound good?
Okay, be careful with my baby. She's all I got.
All right, okay.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, dude. See you later, fella. So as you can see, Freddie seems pretty happy with his purchase, which I think calls for a celebration. And what better way to do that than with this week's sponsor, Beer 52, who are giving you guys an entire box of beers free of charge. Not this one though. This is mine.
That's because this month Beer 52 has teamed up with breweries across the Celtic nations, who have sourced 8 of the best new and exclusive beers from the UK, Ireland and Spain. And like I said, they're absolutely free. All you need to do is cover just £5.95 postage.
This month's free box of beer includes one of the UK's most celebrated breweries, Tiny Rebel, whose Just Haze Pale Ale has notes of citrus and pine aromas to make this a definite summer hit. That is good.
And if you're into darker beers, then More D by Tenby Brewery is a tasty Welsh stout made with the famously pure Pembrokeshire water.
If you don't like dark beer, there's a light case too, and you also get a couple of tasty snacks included in your Beer 52 delivery.
Also included is a copy of the award-winning Ferment magazine.
And even if after all of that you're still unsatisfied, you can simply pause or cancel at any time. So go to beer52.com/Autoalex to claim your free case now. That is beer52.com/Autoalex. We're gonna have to get coilovers for it, aren't we? Yeah. I mean, it'd be rude not to. We can't take a car like this, a luxury GT Cruiser, and leave it as a luxury GT Cruiser. We need to ruin it.
Freddie needs to have the shit scared out of him by me, sure.
He does. So coilovers have to happen. Where we're going to find those, I don't know, but we will make it happen. Anyway, little road drive. See what it's like. All right. I've never driven one of these before. Very exciting. Sounds like a BMW. All right then, so Freddie, in your absence, I'm taking out your Jaguar for a bit of a shakedown really. It was driven up from the south coast, so we know it runs okay-ish. The engine is a wee bit lumpy, but first impressions, there's no knocks, no bangs, nothing untoward from the suspension. It feels really, really wallowy as well. It doesn't feel particularly stiff, that's what she said. It's very comfortable, very hushed in here. You can barely hear that V8 motor. We've got some brake judder, that's for sure. Steering is really, really light. It's like horribly light. You really can't feel the road underneath you, but that's not what this car was built for. It was built for old men with flat caps. Right, I'm gonna put it in sport mode, see what happens. Boot it. Oh. That's all right, isn't it? That's actually not too bad at all. Oh, those brakes. That 4-litre V8 makes 290 horsepower from factory, top speed of 155 miles an hour, 0 to 60, not that it's really important because this car's old and shit, it's around 6.4 seconds. So, back in its day, definitely no slouch. Also new, this car was £50,000 back in 1997 or 1998, whenever this car was born. But we didn't pay that, did we, ladies and gents? I say we, I mean Freddie. Freddie paid £3,000 for this, which gives him £2,000 budget. Way, go on lads, way! Which gives Freddie £2,000 to tart this car up. Genuinely, in sport mode, it does shift. Almost sounds supercharged, which it isn't. Yeah! I like this car. I don't think there's much that needs doing. I would say the rear end feels a wee bit sloppy, but suspension, I know we're going to probably change it if we can. Suspension feels okay, brakes are shit, they're all warped. But these are things that are easy fixes. I think Tavarish, Freddie, you're onto a winner here, mate. And I, for one, am quite nervous that my car won't even make it, let alone make it onto the Nurburgring itself. I think now is time to go visit Tom Lenthal and see what he thinks. And here we are with the main man himself. Tom, good to see you again.
Hello, Alex. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. We are spending a lot of time together.
That's because you are a big JLR fan now.
Yes, yes. What you don't actually know is that we had Big Pete on this very ramp about 5 minutes ago. And how is Big Pete?
It's in great shape, just needs a little bit of attention.
Like a diff, front lower arms, brakes all round.
Brakes, yeah.
But Suspension, yeah, just another day.
These are what we call serviceable items.
Okay, fantastic. So another few grand to be spent. But we are not here for Big Pete. We are here for Tavarish's purchase. Remember, he has got to buy himself a V8 for the Nurburgring, and this is his choice, a Jaguar XK8, £3,000. What are we thinking on face value?
I'm really, really pleased. You've actually bought something here which I haven't immediately gone, oh my God, we're in big trouble.
Not being condemned quite yet.
No. I mean, we haven't put it up in the air yet, but you know, to walk around it, it's not falling apart. I've lifted the bonnet up, I've had a look underneath.
There is an engine.
There's an engine. It's not making horrible noises. The gearbox seems to be working all right.
Yep.
Couple of little knocks and clonks from the rear suspension, but apart from that, you know, I think you've done well.
And the engine hesitates a little bit, but we think
there's a little bit of fluffy there. Reese is just having a quick look on the computer to see what it's coming up with, and he was mentioning lambda sensors, which isn't really a big deal.
And in terms of bodywork, fairly rust-free.
I think it's had previous rust.
Yes.
And I think that it's been repaired, and I can see around here that, you know, when I run my fingers along here, the shape's not quite right, so I think that someone's done a repair on it.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least it's been repaired. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I think it's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Subframe has also been out. There is so much paperwork totaling £5,000-6,000 for subframe out, rust repairs to the front legs, engine out.
And you got a free mobile phone with it.
Yeah. That's what you were most excited about.
I'm really, really pleased about it.
What is it, a Motorola something? I'm really old.
It is a Motorola StarTech, either 85 or 130, I think they were.
Yeah.
I think it's the 130 because it's the later one.
They were big in the 40s, weren't they?
Yeah, it's got a little aerial on it.
There you go.
Flips. It takes me right back, Alex.
Oh, look at the nostalgia.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so on face value, Tina looks all right. Interior is in good nick. We know that the engine hesitates. Back box delete as well, which is nice.
Yeah, it's got makes it a little bit more throatier.
It does indeed.
And you've got 17-inch wheels.
Which you like?
I like the 17-inch wheels because the 20s the ride is too harsh. Yeah. For me, anyway.
Is it not good for your gout?
No, exactly. That's it, yeah. Exactly. So I always go 18s. Okay. That's what I always run on these.
So these are the 17s, obviously. Do you happen to have like a spare set of 18s that we could just borrow?
Every time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do.
No pressure. Oh, there we go. Okay, fantastic. I'll date your hand. Done deal. There you go. You're welcome, Tavarish. We'll get some new tyres on there as well.
It's not really what I would describe as a Nurburgring car in its standard raw format.
Okay. I think the words that you said were either the car blows up, or it carries on going, in which case it's a good car. So we're on the latter.
We went out on one of my more exciting test drives.
Yes.
And it survived.
It did, yes.
And Rory fitted in the back as well.
He did. We are now going to have a look underneath.
Yeah, we're going to put it up in the air.
You're not going to condemn Tina?
No, let's hope not. Let's stick it up and...
Her,
sorry. See, there is a little bit of rust on that wing there, isn't there, coming back through?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
That is nice.
That's a very, very impressive exhaust repair.
That's been fixed with concrete.
Yeah. That's good. And you can also see where someone's tried to weld it up.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the exhaust might blow. I haven't quite made my mind up. Oh, that does actually look like under seal protection on there rather than where it's leaked oil.
I think this has had big money spending on it, on the underneath.
Do you know what? Someone has actually put a lot of effort into this car. Right, okay, so in all seriousness, someone's cared for it, haven't they? Because it's all been under sealed underneath here. We know that the front axle assembly's been out. I'm looking at the floor pans, they all look pretty good. These floor pans are original. They've not had the repair panels put in, but they're just starting to go a little bit scabby around there. Yeah. So I actually think this car's got half a chance.
And we've got a brand new filter here as well.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Exciting. We did hear a little bit of a knocking noise from the rear, and I just wonder where that was coming from. And it's not, normally I can push them up and down, you can feel a bit of play in the lower damper bushes, which is a common one for making that noise. But we need to get some bars in here and some levers and give it a proper good inspection. Yeah. But just on a brief look around, I can see that the front has all been done. Again, we're all under sealed around here. Nothing's really super hanging out.
New filter as well, so it's had an oil change.
Yeah, it's not, you know, normally I can see lots of corrosion around this front radiator lower panel.
There are no oil leaks. Yeah. And even the power steering is fine. There's no
V8s,
leakage.
V8s don't, it's a good engine. They don't tend to
Do you know why that is?
leak oil.
It's because it's not a BMW. I'm just in BMW mode. I just expect to see a puddle. Or Alpha. You should see my 164.
Is that got?
That's just
No. They build that in on Alphas, so
okay. Yeah,
just
yeah.
help prevent the rust.
Gotcha.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? I'm surprised. I am really. This is definitely one of the better cars that you bought.
So a good £3,000 purchase then?
Yeah. I think it's quite solid.
How much do you think this is actually worth then, Tom?
Probably about $2,000.
Oh, shut up.
I'm getting geeky now, right? So it's even got like the later type bushes, and these bushes have been replaced in recent times.
That is just so sad, isn't it?
I am sad about
Sad.
that. Yeah, no, you're right.
No, we like geeky, Tom. Geek out.
Just look how shiny that engine block is compared to the cylinder head. So I'm looking at that, and that's screaming replacement Jaguar, replacement steel-lined engine.
Yeah.
So back in the day when you had the nickel seal issue, the reason nickel seal, I'm going to get geeky.
No,
Gonna
go
get
on, people love this.
Right. The reason that we had nickel seal bore wear problems was because of the fuel and the additives in the fuel, which used to wear away the nickel seal. Then that got changed in 2001. So after 2001, as long as you're buying an XK or an XJ V8 of that era with nickel seal, as long as it didn't do tons of miles pre-2001, the chances are the nickel seal bore will always be fine. The ones that wore out, it wore the bore away, and we got excessive blow by, and then Jaguar stood by it, and we were replacing engines. I'd do 3 a week when I was in the main dealer. So, you know, but I can tell straight away just by looking at that, because I know how they did it,
Yeah.
that's a later block,
Cool.
100%,
So
without a
this
doubt.
is how the new engine been put.
I would say this has almost had a factory replacement engine back in early 2000s, something like that.
Cool.
Because this definitely would have been a nickel seal engine, because it's a 98 car, T-Reg, isn't it? Yeah,
T-Reg.
Yeah. So it would have been a nickel seal block, 100%. And then when we got to 2001, everything went over to steel liner, and then the fuels changed anyway. So by the time we got to about 2004, 2005, we stopped having the big problems. You get the odd one, but it really dropped off a cliff.
Rory, we did a thing.
This is a good car.
This is
I think you got lucky. For
Lucky?
once, you
No,
lucky.
it's
You got
not
lucky.
luck. I'm an expert now. I've been spending time with you and Taylor.
So does this offset the disappointment of Big Pete? Not really.
No, I think I'm going to take that to my grave. There's literally every other week there's something wrong with it. It's
It's
just,
spent more time here than it has.
it has
I know,
on the
you'll
road.
find that
on
once
the
you
road.
go through the process
Yeah.
and it's all fixed and lovely, that's so rewarding.
Yeah, for the week that it works. And then you have it for 2 weeks. No, I do like Big Pete. Big Pete. I wouldn't change him for the world, unless someone wants to give me $3,000 for it right now.
No.
What?
No.
No?
No.
Benji, keep that in the edit.
No.
Keep it in the edit. So there you have it then. The third car of our £5,000 Nurburgring challenge is doing all right. Tina has pretty much got the thumbs up from Tom at Tom Lenthal Limited. I'm happy. I've gone for a drive. We know that there are a few bits that need to be done, so they will all be addressed here. What we're going to do is we're going to head home and leave Tom and his team to work their magic on a few bits and bobs, because remember, time is very, very much against us. If you want to see how these builds progress, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like and comment, all that kind of stuff, because what we've got coming up for you guys probably, definitely will not be missed. There's going to be engine blow-ups. There's going to be an Alfa Romeo on the side of the Autobahn. This is going to be backwards in a hedge on the Nurburgring. And what will Mark McCann buy? We still don't know, but whatever it is, it's going to be shit. Anyway, we will we will see you next time in a bit.
But before you go, a reminder that the new Autoalex podcast is now live and available to listen to. Or if you prefer to watch the best segments of the podcast, you can do that too on the Autoalex V2 channel.